Pope Francis is beginning a week-long visit to Canada. His ride, the Popemobile, is the latest in a series of vehicles fit, Seth Doane tells us, for a pope.
There's no mistaking the occupant of this car. The Popemobile stands out even in St. Peter's Square. But Pope Francis, who regularly urges and models humility, often opts to blend in while on the road. That simple Fiat that ferried him around Philadelphia during his 2015 trip to the U.S. wound up for a time at Chapman Auto in Pennsylvania. The then owner had bid on it at a charity auction. At the dealership, it was never up for sale. They specialize in Fords anyway.
Thank you for calling Chapman for the Volkswagen.
But just having the Pope's car meant something to Dolores Harrell.
It's just a nice thing to have around you. It's like a little blessing on the side.
This Popemobile, like the pontiff it carried, breaks from tradition. That's clear at the Vatican Museum's Carriage house in Vatican City, where Popemobiles, papal carriages, and sedan chairs of pontiffs past are on display. Here it's gilded details, deep reds, and opulent golds that are the norm.
This is quite different from the Popemobiles we see today.
Curator Sandro Barbagallo relishes the rich history. This is really magnificent, Barbagallo said. It dates to 1826, when all of the European courts had been damaged by Napoleon, and they were trying to rise up again and show their magnificence, their power.
Scopriamo che ci sta un trono
sopra.
The fancy details are coupled with elaborate etiquette. Only a few people, including the Pope or an emperor, were permitted to open the carriage door.
I papi hanno sempre viaggiato.
Popes always traveled from the days of antiquity, Barbagallo explained. In medieval times, popes traveled all over Italy and Europe because at times it was too dangerous to stay in Rome.
Questa qui è la prima Popemobile.
The first automobile used to transport the Pope was this American car, a Graham Page, built in Detroit in 1929, just as the treaty was signed between the Holy See and Italy, officializing Vatican City as an independent state.
Tutte le case automobilistiche del mondo.
Car manufacturers around the world were in competition to give a car as a gift to the Pope, Barbagallo said. A large throne is one of the recurring details, and technological advances are some of the most intriguing.
Ed è quello lì a terra.
The heater inside here.
This Popemobile had the first internal heating system powered by coal under the seat. It also featured a way for the Pope to communicate with the driver. Destra means right, sinistra is left, and Vaticano means take me home. This white Fiat is a reminder of a dark hour in the church.
There were 2 shots fired at the Pope at roughly 11:21 a.m. today.
The assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II in May 1981.
Quest'auto in qualche modo rappresenta una chiesa.
This car represents a church that was wounded but got up again, he said.
And you can see the Pope's security people trying to clear the crowd away.
Since 1981, Popemobiles have been made bulletproof.
Che se si va a vedere,
this Mercedes was retrofitted, and posh has increasingly given way to practicality. A Ferrari was given to Pope John Paul II in 2005, but it was auctioned and the money donated to charity.
Naturalmente, l'uso di un.
Naturally, Barbagallo noted, the use of a Ferrari for a pope is not advisable.
Pope Francis you see in a very simple car. Some of these are quite opulent.
Right, and I think that says a lot about Pope Francis, is that he's taking it back to being Pope of the people instead of being gilded and protected and kind of risen above everybody else.
So it turns out the question, what does your car say about you, is also one that's considered by popes.